Hi there, welcome to PechaKucha 2020. My name is Nancy Okello, currently a student here at Vancouver Island University in Nanaimo. I am also originally from Uganda. Yeah, that's just a tiny brief about me. I'm really honored to be with you guys here today as a guest presenter, so hopefully we can all learn and have fun as well. So the topic that I'll be sharing with you guys today is what advice I would give to my high school self if I was starting university in 2021. And as we all know, finishing high school can be really exciting, and then, looking forward to university is kind of scary. But yeah, let's use my experience to kind of break that down. My first advice would be to know what you really want as a student and then be really certain about that decision as well. Because moving away from your home country, or rather stepping out of what you were previously used to, is such a bold step to take. So just do as much research as you can, talk to as many people as you can. Secondly, it is really important to know what currency is being used in the country that you've chosen and some of the policies that are being practiced there. Say, for example, here in Canada, we have different provinces, and in every province, there's a different tax rate that is actually levied on items at purchase. Now, I cannot even begin to stress this part enough. Know exactly where the university is located and how to get yourself to the university. Nanaimo is on Vancouver Island, so some people choose to fly down here, and for some people, they may choose to use the ferry, which is the most part, to be honest, because it is much cheaper and fun. As much as it is important to know exactly where the university is located, it is our responsibility as students to know exactly what campus we've been admitted into as well, especially for schools that have more than one campus, which is the case for Vancouver Island University, and this is my Nanaimo campus. Canada is actually one of the most diverse countries around the world, so do not be surprised or alarmed by this when you find that in your class it's not just East Africans or Canadians, but rather some students from Germany, some students from India, some students from China, from all over the world. So do expect this and let it not surprise you. The province of British Columbia, where Nanaimo is one of the warmest places in Canada. But that doesn't go to say that we don't have winter. Yes, we do. And then there's lots of rain as well. So whenever you plan to travel, just have a quick check and know what season it is so you can pack and dress appropriately. Receiving one's acceptance letter can be really exciting, so it is actually common for students to relax at this point. But if you want to get ahead and be fully prepared for school when it starts, then you need to get online, know how many semesters you're going to have, know how many course modules you're going to have per semester, and what textbooks you need. For a new student, many things could actually determine how quickly and well one is able to settle down in a new environment away from home. And for sure, good accommodation is one of those things, and I would say it is actually the biggest one. So endeavor to look up as many options as possible. So, as I mentioned earlier, students have options for accommodation. A student could choose to stay closer to the university or farther away from the university. It all depends on one's preference or how well one is able to adapt to new environments. Then the other determinant could be one's budget as well, so I would keep that in mind. And as you plan your travel, always remember that the first week of orientation is just as important as the first day of class, because during orientation, you'll be taken around the university, you will learn where your classes will be taking place on campus, and you wouldn't want to miss that. So endeavor to always be there. When it comes to studying abroad for us international students, the international building is supposed to be your best friend. So make sure when you arrive, if anything, that should be the first building you locate when you arrive. And always find out what services are offered there and do not be shy to approach. And when the classes eventually start, please and please and please do not be the student that hides in the back and remains unknown, but rather be the student that shares your ideas with the classroom. And this way, you're building a relationship with your long term. And now this is something I know we usually hear a lot from our parents whenever we go to school, but I kid you not, group discussions are such a major part of your studies at the university. So my advice would be that you engage in as many classroom groups as you can, and trust me, you will be amazed at your performance. It is certainly undeniable how busy student life can get, right from the exams to courseworks, but please make time to always be aware of all the other activities taking place outside of the classrooms. For example, the networking events. These are great towards your exposure and will help you build better and amazing connections. As part of the non-classroom activities, I feel like the gym would also be a great idea. So it is really important that you always make time to go there. There's so many sports activities that you could engage and participate in, as this is a good way for you to just relax your mind from all the reading and make so many friends as well. Now, I actually believe this is the fun part about being in university, having to belong to a society, a club, a group, you name it. So always find something you believe in or like a group you want to be a part of and just go for it. And here is a small group of current East African students here at the university. And finally, my last advice would be to have as much fun as you can. There will be some snowy days, so get out there, make those memories with your friends, take all those great pictures. Trust me, it'll all be worth it in the end. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did creating it.